Hello, my dear ones. This is a timeless, near personal love and spirituality reading for whomever is guided to watch it with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. Take note that the reading can be in the reverse for some of you. If you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Aquarius season that is up, or the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Energy Oracle cards with Sandra Ann Taylor. And open your deck here. So, when I do, I find adjacent possibilities together with the world. So, it seems like you have a lot of possibilities in your life, but you might not do anything with them. Or you might have a strong longing or passion, but you don't put it to work. It's just like you're trying to accept your everyday situation or your normal situation, and you're not trying to push the boundaries. A person can be held into an unlocked room if they don't try the doors, and this seems to be what is happening with you. Maybe you're too tired to try the doors. Maybe you think that it's no point, there's no idea. But the World card here says that there's a destiny there for you, but you need to spark it. You need to go out and get it. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we see community together with adjacent possibilities in the reverse. So this might be in your relationships. You might not be happy with the relationship you have or the relationships you have, but you don't do anything about it. You don't take the person to counseling, or you don't talk about the issue, or you don't break up with a partner that's no longer no good for you, or you stay as a singles person when you really want more people in your life, or you stay at home when you really want more social situations. So you're not checking on closed doors. You're not asking your neighbor if you can if they want to come for dinner, or you're not trying that new dating app, or you don't call your family and ask if you can come and see them because you think that no, probably they don't want me to come. And here we have Magician and the Mirror and the community. So the way you are treating yourself is the way other people will treat you. And if you treat yourself as there's no use, I put energy into getting stronger and better relationships, the world says, well, your wish is my command. Okay, so you are the creator here very clearly with both the World card there and the Magician. So I don't know where I were anymore, so I call the 6 elements, and we have here door to romance and community. So this is kind of what is behind the World card, that there's possibility for you in romance if you wanted, great possibilities, but you need to put the ball into motion. So I think this reading is mostly for singles, people that's single, or for people that are not happy with their relationships and haven't done anything about it. So I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear viewers. So that's supposed to hear this. So I want you to have love in your life and find yourself in loving relationships. And I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So just tune in for a few seconds to this situation that's being displayed. So this is the future there, and this is the now, and this is the past. And in the past we have first chakra Archangel Michael. So it seems like you haven't really fought for what you want, like the riches that you want in your life, particularly when it comes to relationships. Maybe because no one has been fighting for you. It seems like there might be a pattern of you downplaying yourself and your own significance in the world, or in relationships, that maybe you are not needed, or people don't want you anyway, or you have nothing to offer, or people don't seem to find you attractive. It can be a lot of different things. It's like you are not having enough self-esteem to think that you are important. And this is in the now, and we have man holding a heart. So again, there seems to be a possibility of love for you, that there's a person out there that wants to love you. And this old thing with not thinking that you're good enough, it can actually evaporate like mist in the sun here. But we have a little bit trouble with your heart chakra, but it can be healed due to you going outside your comfort zone and trying something new. It doesn't say that you immediately will get you happily ever after, but you are, if you really want something, you kind of need to suffer for it, make a lot of mistakes, fall with your face in the mud, get up again, do it better and better for every time, because you get more experience until you're real good at it and you get this what you want. It's not about giving up. And here we have the World card again, and since it comes twice like this, I want to read it for you, because it's probably have more messages than what I have been able to give to you so far. So it's usually very good texts in this book. So expansion, opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which a beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you that to expand your vision and changing page and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could be specifically referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing, or like internet dating. Drawing this card also let you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now it's time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so go get ready to gobble it up. An affirmation for you. My life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Beautiful. So, and it's dark and it looks a little bit threatening. And this is why you don't go out there, because you think, oh, it's no use. It's going to rain probably and storm might be coming in, and no, I'm staying at home. And then you don't get this, what you want. The storm will come and you might be thrown off the boat and have to swim to an island, but this is, you know, the price you pay to get skilled enough to get what you want. That we need to make a lot of mistakes and have a lot of things happening. And here things are happening. This is action. And we have a black and a white horse. The white horse is your known feelings, your known passion, the things that you are good at. And the black horse is things that you haven't really explored with yourself, talents that you have that you haven't really tried out or done something with. So it might be, for example, that you think that, yeah, I'm very good with logic, but I don't have a great sense of humor. And this black horse is your sense of humor that is there. And it's great, but it needs to be developed. It needs to be used. And you need to be able to make a fool of yourself while you're trying out your humor. So just an example, but action anyway. So it seems like it has been action in the past, and we have an eagle soaring there also in the sky. So it's like you have seen the goal that you wanted and you took action. So I'm trying to remember what's here. Okay, that was, you took action even if you felt not secure or not brave enough. So that's good. And here we have a storm warning, and it comes in the reversed. So storm warning, it shows that there was like a minor storm happening when you took action, which might have made you lose this gut courage that you had been able to muster up to go out and get this what you wanted. So there was some mistakes or some unpleasant happenings. Maybe you tried dating, for example, and didn't go that well. Like there was minor inconveniences, things that, unpleasant, shoes that didn't fit well, or a date that wasn't what you have thought it would be. And then we have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and it has to do with the throat chakra, and it's also about how you define yourself in the world. So it seems like whatever mishappenings that happened were there so you could learn to talk for yourself. You practiced, maybe if you had a lousy date, you practiced on telling the lousy date that when they date someone the next time, maybe they could consider not only talking about themselves, but also asking you questions. So it seems like you, even though it was a failure, you did something successful in this failure. And it doesn't have to be with dating. It can be in a family gathering, something went wrong and you were able to share your view, like use your voice and not just hide because you have this crappy self-esteem and think that, no one anyway is going to listen, or what do they care about what I have seen. Here you saw something went wrong and you saw it, you identified it, and you communicated what you saw. And here we have walking away. So it seems like you, against your will really, left the situation. Maybe you had a lot of hope with this situation, with this relationship. Either it was family, friends, work relationship, or a partner, or dating, or whatever. You walked away, but you really didn't want to. You actually wanted to stay and work things out, but this might be an escape mechanism with you, that you feel so unwelcome that you rather run away than actually continue staying and working with the situation, trying another date, or calling your daddy up the next day and continuing the conversation. So it seems like you went away, but you didn't want to, or you kind of ended the situation, but there was actually, you could have put more effort into it, but you probably felt like the other person wasn't ready for this. And then here we have the 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel, and it just shows this readiness with you. Throat chakra, solar plexus chakra, like you're ready to define yourself in the world. And next time when there's a battle, stay and fight it, and don't say things that comes out of your abandonment issue, or your inability to protect yourself or stand up for yourself. You might say things like, I just wanted to visit you one more time before we end this, when you really don't want the ending, because you're so ready for other people to end things that you forgo them, or for you do it for them, because it's like some modesty or unwillingness to get hurt. So you're ready to escape at any moment, when you really should stay and fight, even though the relationship might not really be worth it, but just to practice, to become better at this, to become better at defining yourself in different relationships. But the fear of getting hurt is what making you walk away, or the fear of getting hurt because the other person doesn't want you, or you are not welcome, or they are not ready to fight for you. But you can take that pain. The important thing here, or in the past, seemed to be that you were actually standing up and fighting for yourself. And it was okay if you walked away and said, well, I'm catching the bus. But it was nice talking to you. I know we can't solve it, so I won't say that I will see you again. so sorry. My throat chakra acting up right now. So you did something heroic here that you weren't able to do before. But there's still things left to work on, like being able to stay in the storm and work it out is the next step for you, I guess. Or that's something you haven't really worked with, you have started to at least define yourself. And here we have the thinking woman underneath action. So I don't think there's much action right now. It's more like you think of the possibility of action, but you think, no, it feels not the right time. I don't feel up for it. I'm not in the mood. I'm not ready for that kind of drama. I don't have the energy. So the thinking woman, she's a little bit, in my world, a little bit highly sensitive. It's a person that needs to control the environment and think about things 10,000 times before they actually move into action, because they know that there's hell to pay emotionally if things isn't really comfortable, or doesn't go your way, or it doesn't fall into place in the way you want, or it becomes too overwhelming. There can be so many different things. So it's a little bit shyness to this card, a little bit like being a little bit covert or hiding. But it's a person that has the best intentions, but wants things to go great, and therefore are not putting things into action before they are absolutely sure that it's worth it. And here we have envy, and it comes in reverse together with storm warning. So I'm going to read this card for you in the reversed. It feels like there's situations that haven't been sorted between you and other people. So there's a lot of anger and resentment between you and another person, or you and different other people, because you haven't been dealing with the storm that happened here, because you walked away even if you didn't want to, but you felt you didn't feel welcome, is what I feel. This card reversed heralds a great time of, see if I'm really at right, envy, yes, okay, great time of joy and appreciation. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves you out in a dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you. So the advice here is, when you feel this anger and resentment towards the people that was involved in this storm today, try to instead say, yes, okay, they didn't act the best way and they actually did hurt you. But you send them love anyway. If you feel up for it, if you feel in the mood, you send them love. You think about the good things that happen. And this is shifting this energy. So it doesn't have to be, if you didn't get a closure with this person, you can anyway shift the energy from this unconfronted subconscious anger to gratitude, forgiveness, a real good frequency that changes your whole relationship. Even if the other person is still grumpy, they will feel it too. Okay. You know that you can keep your eye on future goals without losing sight of your present gifts. So continue to release any old feelings of envy or lack whenever those thoughts or emotions comes up. You're well on your way to a completely gratifying life, and your genuine acknowledgement of the value within and around you will only keep drawing more value to you. I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I'm happy. I'm glad. So it feels like it's okay for you to be a little bit covert right now, or hiding, because you are working on these relationships from the past energetically. So it's okay for you to not go out in the world and try again just exact right now. These possibilities are still waiting for you. What you are doing is kind of, you are digesting what has been and shifting the energy from the past to something better. So that's actually great. And then we have the healer of the ages in reversed, and I feel that this is you not really truly taking responsibility for your worldview. You don't want to shovel it down someone's throat or impose it on them, so you rather keep quiet. But that means the world is missing out on your beautiful take on things. So the next time you want to back away, and kind of, you don't want conflict, so you don't tell your side of it, you just hum towards the other person's side of things and say, okay, so I guess we are not getting anywhere, and you're walking away. Instead, tell them your take on things. Stand on the barricades and share this ancient wisdom that can only come through you and your particular experience. The other person seems to already communicate themselves in a way that feels pleasing to them, even if they seem to maybe hold things out from you. They don't tell you everything. Probably because of the same reason why you don't tell them everything. They don't want unpleasant happenings. But here, you rather need to really see to that you're truthfully sharing your view on things, okay? Because it seems important. It's some kind of wisdom that wants to come out, that maybe your take on things, it's something the other person needs to see, just to see another angle of things. Maybe they can only see their view, and when you're silent and backing away, it's like you're agreeing, and they will never be challenged with another person's opinion. So I think you need to be more honest with communicating your own wisdom and standing in your own wisdom, not backing away from it. Here we have the temple path in reverse. So it seems like you're currently on some detour here because you gave up on some situation which should actually have been dealt with in the past in another way. I think you kind of wave the white flag and say, okay, I will go, I will not cause more trouble. Or maybe you played a martyr and said, well, I might as well go because this is a bad situation. Something. You didn't want to go, but you went anyway. Or you said that you wanted to go, but you didn't want to go. And this had taken you on a little bit like a detour. But it's fine. The temple path is your destiny. So you will probably get back on track. And it's really like this anyway. Like it's not a straight line from A to B, but it's more circular and falling and taking yourself up again. And but currently you seem to be on a little detour, and it's fine that you are right now, because you seem to have to digest what has been in the past, and you need to learn also to speak out more freely about your opinions. And then we have Angel of Balance, and so this is you coming back to balance, starting to honor who you are, knowing your self-worth, and acknowledging the kind of experience and the kind of wisdom you hold, and kind of take it or leave it to the world. Like, this is who I am, this is what I know, this is what I see. You can accept it, you can refuse to accept it, I don't care. I stay in my own image of myself, balance. I center myself. I'm not going to betray my values, my wisdom, my subconscious knowing about love or emotions, or how I feel, or what I want, or what I see in this situation, what I see in the dynamics. So this is like a balancing board which has been wobbling a little bit like this, but with you giving yourself some time, healing this relationship through the vibration of gratitude and gratefulness, and maybe you use the Hawaiian method for dealing with this. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, and there's other words too, I don't remember, but you can use this to heal these old relationships, even if you weren't able to stay and heal them. And then start to notice when you are silencing yourself, when you have words of wisdom to say, but you don't say them. You are a little bit lost. That's kind of up to the divine to guide you in the right direction again, but you are a little bit like out of course. How you can get back into course is to start with this self-respect. It's very important. Self-respect and honoring your wisdom. Okay, so this is in the now, and this is your future. And we have appreciation, and it comes in the reverse. So I think it shows a situation where you have been trying to accept things as they were, maybe living a little bit in a desert or in hostile place, something where you don't really get your needs met, but you have tried to have a very positive attitude about this, and not complain too much and just accept the situation. But I think that in the future it's going to be time to, maybe step out of the thorns and take you to a more friendly place. So it might be that you're living under conditions that's not really what you should have chosen. If you could choose freely, or you could use magic, for example, it's not what you dreamt for yourself when you were a kid. You thought that things would be different, but you have been very great with accepting your situation, but you have not been as great with changing it to get this, your dream, what you really want. And we have man holding a coin here, coming underneath storm, warning, and envy. So it doesn't seem like the outside world will really help. It's like you're waiting for a savior to come and save you. You are walking away. The healer of the ages, a man holding a coin, should really run after you. But it doesn't seem like this person is doing anything either. So it's kind of up to you to change your situation. If you want more love, as I said, you actually need to show that you're open for business and put yourself in places that are open for business instead of staying at home, hiding and thinking about the past. And here we have cornucopia, and it comes here underneath the line where you start to express your wisdom and your truth. So when you start to do that, when you don't longer just think and protect yourself from taking any action that could have a bad consequence, when you actually just follow your own inspiration without really premeditating. If you feel like calling a person, you call them. If you feel like getting together with your family or writing a book or whatever, you just start to do it. You don't premeditate and postpone. You just get into the mood of being a part of the universe, like you have your part. Like an animal, it doesn't think and plan like I will go there and then I will do this and I will do that and this is going to be safe for me. It's more going after its heart and going where its nostril takes it, or where the prey is taking it, like the thing it wants. And while in those different situations, it's very awakened, like it's having a lot of attention towards its environment. So it's being able to correct itself and save itself from making mistakes, like being eaten by a crocodile, for example. It's very like attention, like a lot of attention, and ready to throw itself from the water hole if necessary. And maybe this is what you need. You can go out in the world, but you need to be more awake and not think that you will throw yourself off a cliff and someone will catch you. So throw yourself off a cliff, but have a parachute with you. So something like that. And here we have contract. So it seems again something difficult with your destiny here, with this walking away, temple path, and contract. It's a soul contract that hasn't been fulfilled, and it has something to do with you not really sharing your know-how and your wisdom when there was a storm. You kind of forfeited and let the other person win, or you just said, oh, enough with the drama, I will walk away. Something happened, and maybe the other person probably didn't fulfill their part either, so it was a breach of a soul contract here. And next is Angel of Love, and it comes underneath third chakra, Archangel Shamiel, and Angel of Balance, and then Angel of Love. So it seems like when you are back into balance, when you are believing in yourself, you can make great changes in your relationships just by being you, with not being skittish and afraid and ready to flee, but actually staying and working things out, no matter how rude the other person will be. Maybe they are not staying in an abusive situation, but imagine someone you know loves you, but they say, well, I wanted to break this off with you anyways. Like they just say this to hurt you. And if you are like this, you will know that they just say this to hurt you, and that's not what they really want. So you will say, yeah, okay, that to side. I okay, so you don't want to fight for me, that's okay, but I actually want to fight for you because I think this relationship is worth something. So that is kind of you being the bigger person and not so touchy-feely, and not like someone else's words doesn't bring you immediately down to the floor shaking and crying, because you take you more serious and your wisdom more serious, and you care less about the lies or the mask that another person shows you, and you go back always to what's real. What was real in this situation? What's real here? What did really happen? And you don't care for the different whiplashes that might come from a person that's more like in a more desperate situation, which you have taken yourself out of with this self-work. So it seems like there's some kind of lack of closure in a situation, and you're out of like course with this destined relationship, but you can fix it, even if it was not your fault that it was a breach or break in this situation in the first place. Maybe the other person have behaved really childish, but in that case, Healer of the Ages is in the center, and it tells you that you were sent to this situation to fix it. And when you just complained about the other person being so difficult, instead of sharing your wisdom and imposing your will on this situation, that's when it started to go south, when the teacher became dramatic and say, well, I will leave this classroom because the pupils are impossible. So that's when you lost track of your destiny a little bit. And it's not no one is blaming you. You just didn't know your own significance in this situation, and that you had this much power. You felt probably powerless, so this is what happened. Okay, so my dear ones, I hope this helped. If you need more information or clues after you have listened to this, you can turn to the love readings for Aquarius season that is up, or the pick a card reading and their personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon there, and you will come to this first page. And you will see different readings that can clarify your situation. I also want to welcome you back to my love readings for Pisces season that I will perform in the end of January. And until then, take really good care and stay blessed. Okay, bye-bye.